Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today I am bringing you guys my team analysis for Week 1 of the Pokemon Premier League. This week we are taking on Necrostevo and the Eterna City Enders. Now, if you are a viewer that watched any of my team builders from last season, I just want to let you know that this season is just going to be a little bit different. I am resorting to Showdown to show it again, just because I enjoy the fact that it has everything all laid out there for you in complete detail, and everything that needs to be known is there. However, this season I'm going to basically just strictly talk about the team that I'm bringing and the team I'm going against, instead of spending like 5 minutes saying, you know, how much I'm scared for a battle or updating on standings and things like that. That's all going to be kind of relegated for the actual battle. So team analysis videos this season are all going to be just getting onto the team, obviously aside from this time because I'm just making the announcement. So, because I feel like people that watch these videos really just want to see my team and want to see what I'm bringing and my thought process behind it. So I'm gonna try and cut out a little bit of the rambling and just kind of get on with it. So Week 1, PPL, Necrostevo, Eterna City Enders. This is a team that we did beat last season, and we should be have a decent team matchup, and I put a lot of work into making sure that we get the Week 1 victory. So let's go ahead and get into the team. I'm going to throw both teams, both mine and my opponent's team, on the side blank area there for the entire duration of the video, and that's how it's going to be for this season. I'm also going to put a little asterisk by the 6 Pokemon that I think that my opponent is going to bring. That way I can just kind of do a little comparison to see how good I was at guessing. Of course, I'm still prepping for the whole team, but I kind of like just guessing the opponent's team just to see how right I am. So either way, Necro's team that he has is Clefable, Scizor, Mega Abomasnow, Chandelure, Slowking, Pangoro, Zygarde, Rotomosh, and Xatu. So this is a team. It does stuff, and we have to plan for it. So first thing, obviously, when I was watching him draft, because I knew that I was going to play him, I was kind of watching him draft, I noticed that he kind of started just building up a little bit of a fire weakness, and then even the stuff that he has to resist fire don't really resist Arcanine. So I knew Arcanine was going to be a big part of this week, and I believe that it is. So Arcanine, first Pokemon I'm bringing, Hipster Entei the Arcanine, Muscle Band, Intimidate, Flare Blitz, Crunch, Toxic Morning Sun, Max Attack, almost Max Speed with the remaining 12 in HP. That gives me enough speed. I don't entirely remember. I think it outspeeds like a modest Max Speed Rotomosh or something along those lines. Or if there's something that's like base 90. He does have base 95s in things like Zygarde. And I think Xatu is close to that range also. So I don't remember what the 244 speed is there for, but I really want to add it because I want to have the output damage. I don't mind outspeeding. I'm probably not going to stand on a Zygarde as it is, and I'm probably not going to stand on a Rotomosh either. So you know, worrying about those things aren't really too impressive. Arcanine's main job is to just kind of break through Necro's core of anything that he could possibly bring. Flare Blitz with Adamant Muscle Band is a chance to 2-hit KO a Clefable. It obviously kills a Scizor and a Mega Abomasnow. Crunch covers the Chandelure and the Slowking. I believe Flare Blitz also does a lot to Pangoro, a decent amount to Zygarde. Crunch does okay to the Rotomosh. Rotomosh does kind of stop this. That's what I have Toxic for. Toxic is for more of the Rotomosh switch in. Plus, I really don't think he's going to bring Xatu, so I don't mind having status and stuff on this team. And then Morning Sun just to kind of keep myself around, because Arcanine is very important to me this game. Arcanine can switch in on some things and can be used kind of defensively just with the Intimidate ability. Can be brought in defensively, but then just fires off offensively powered moves. So Arcanine is going to be really important in this game. So yes, bringing offensive-ish Arcanine, I'd still end up bringing Morning Sun because I just like it so much in Toxic, and I just don't need any other coverage that works beyond a Flare Blitz and Crunch. So next mon that we're bringing is Eddie Gordo, the Hitmontop with Leftovers, Intimidate. This is a fun set. Max HP, 124 attack, 128 defense, Impish Nature, and 4 in special defense with Low Kick, Sucker Punch, Rabbit Spin, and Toxic. So this is a really fun set because I didn't realize Hitmontop gets Sucker Punch, and the way it gets Sucker Punch is through some like Gen 5 event like 3 years ago. And I think because of that, I really don't think Necro would expect me to have it, but I do. So that's one of the fun things about this set. Basically, the defensive offensive spread is for me to be able to switch into Pangoro and Zygarde. Pangoro is scary. I have never really done Pangoro calcs before because I've never had a plan for one. But I did some this time, and they are scary. And basically, this is my only switch into Pangoro. This also works as a switch in to Zygarde. Low Kick actually does a lot to both Zygarde and Pangoro. I think it does around half to Zygarde and probably more to Pangoro. And with that offensive investment, it just makes it that much better. Rapid Spin just in case he gets rocks up and I, get tired of switching into rocks. Because I do have 2 rocks weaknesses this week. So it would be better to not have them up. And we'll see. And then, if he switches into Chandelure, then I can Sucker Punch it. I do a lot of damage with Sucker Punch, so it's really great. I also have Toxic on this mon too. I do want to just kind of whittle his team down, because I think that's going to be one of the ways I can win. If I can just get him at lower health, I have offensive stuff that can just run through his team, like Arcanine, as well as other things on the team, that if he's just taking residual damage of any kind, it's going to be really good for me. So that's kind of the plan here. And yeah, I think that basically covers that. I'm really excited for this. Next mon is going to be Deltamon, the Hydreigon with Wise Glasses, Levitate, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, Max Special Attack, Optimal HP stuff, and 236 Speed, Timid. That just makes sure that I outspeed Zygarde, and I think that's about it. I really don't remember if Xatu's base 95. I need to double check that before I have the battle. I feel like that's base 95, so I could outspeed that also. This basically has the coverage to hit Necro's entire team. Flash Cannon hits Clefable, and it's a 2-hit KO on a physically defensive Clefable. Obviously, if it's not physically defensive, then it won't be a 2-hit KO, like if it's specially defensive or whatever. So we'll see what he's going to want to try and bring against me. If he does bring Clefable, which I think he might, just because it kind of deals with Mega Altaria. So, a little bit, anyway. So we'll see. And then, of course, I have Flamethrower for the Scizor and Mega Snow. Dark Pulse to the Chandelure. Hydreigon's actually also the only thing that can really switch in on Chandelure. Arcanine kind of can too, but Hydreigon is just a better switch in to Chandelure. So, I can bring it in on that if Chandelure shows up, and then I, can get off a nice attack. I can switch it around. I might try and bluff that I'm Scarfed, or something. We'll see how we play around that in the battle. Dragon Pulse is good for stab and hits things that I can't really hit super effectively, like Pangoro. Dragon Pulse also hits, Zygarde and Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash hits for decent damage, and then Dark Pulse for Xatu. So I do have coverage to hit everything, and because the Hydreigon, it's going to do a good amount of damage. So, really looking forward to this putting in work. Really hope it does. Next mon, Mettaton, the Bronzong, level 50, Leftovers. This is also another fun set. Heavy Metal, Heavy Slam, Stealth Rock, Payback, and Toxic. 244 HP, 188 special defense with a sassy nature, 76 attack, and I do want to highlight that I have 0 speed IVs. Now, the reason for this, well, first off, this is my Clefable switch-in. Heavy Slam with Heavy Metal does 60+% to a physically defensive Clefable. So that's a lot, so I can switch in. I thought I would need Heat Proof, but if he's a defensive Clefable, Flamethrower does like 20%, given the spread. I have the attack investment just because I think it has something to do with Payback. It either has something to do with Payback or Heavy Slam. Rocks are good. Toxic again, because I just didn't have another coverage move I needed, so if I can get residual damage, it's cool. I know I have Toxic on 3 mons, might not be the best thing, but I just couldn't find any better moves. So, the deal with Payback is Slowking is a slight issue, depending, and I mean, I do have ways to hit it, but I think a way that could be fun, is if there is some sort of Slowking and Bronzong matchup. If he attacks, like, as long as he's not like a Trick Room variant, which I don't think he would be, if he like attacks, I am purposely slower than it, and then I can hit it with a Payback, which does a lot, because damage doubles if, let's look at, if you look at Payback, it, where is it? Power doubles if the user moves after the target. So, I don't know if that means base 100, but I do know that means that it becomes a powerful move to hit Slowking with. It could also hit Chandelure if I feel like, that could be like a last ditch effort. I don't really want to stay in on a Chandelure, and depending on the set, I probably would die to one. But yeah, or, there's things like that that I could hit. which could be really fun to try and do. So that's what Payback is there for. If it works out, it's going to be great. I don't expect it to, but I mean, I have other ways. Like, what I'm expecting is I'm expecting to not need it, but I think it's cool to have because, again, I just couldn't find any coverage move that I needed. Basically, a lot of the mons on my team this week they do like one thing really well, and then they don't need to do anything else because it gets covered by other things in my team and things like that. So, yeah. So I'm going to switch in for Clefable. I could probably switch in on other things if I need it to, and get some Stealth Rocks. Fifth Mon, Nando, the Roserade, with the Assault Vest and Natural Cure, with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Hidden Power Fire, max special attack modest, 232 speed, and then 12 HP, 12 in Speed F. So this is the speed, outspeeds, I think probably like a modest Rotom Wash or something. Because, again, I really wanted the power of modest Roserade. Again, I get coverage to hit basically everything. Sludge Bomb does a lot to Clefable, like 80% or something like that, 80-90% to a physically defensive one or something like that. And if it's specially defensive, it still is a 2 KO. Scizor and Mega Bombsnow get hit by Hidden Power Fire. I don't have coverage for Chandelure. Slowking can get hit by a Giga Drain, Pangoro, Dazzling Gleam, Zygarde, Dazzling Gleam, Rotom Wash, Giga Drain, and Xatu. I don't have a super effective move, but Sludge Bomb will do a decent amount. So basically the idea behind this is actually to deal with Rotom Wash. I thought about bringing Lantern, however, I feel like Roserade can do a bit more offensively, and I just prefer it. So, like if Rotom Wash tries to go for like Will-O-Wisp or something, I can come in, I can get off a nice hit, and then I can switch out, and then the burn's gone. I can just absorb status that way. I could also potentially switch into a Slowking depending on the set, and things like that. So, and then, like if Slowking is like a Scald Burn or something like that, or an Ice Beam Freeze, or, something crazy like that, I can switch out, and then the status is gone, so it's good. This puts just a lot of pressure offensively. I have a lot of offensive pressure this week because Necro's team is very slow. So, should be able to take advantage of that. Including our last mon, which is Dawn, the Weavile Life Orb. Pressure, does that matter? No, not really. Pressure with Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Knockoff, and Poison Jab. Max attack Adamant, 132 speed, the remaining 124 in HP. That's all the speed I need to outspeed a Zygarde. So, the fastest thing on his team. Fastest thing I need, that's the amount of speed I need to do it, so I might as well just put some in HP and, why not? Obviously, Weavile is a threat. Knockoff still does, half to Rotom Wash, even if it's, defense invested. I don't think if it's fully physically defensive, it might be less than half, I don't remember, but I'm expecting Rotom Wash to be kind of the main thing that kind of switches into this. Mega Bombsnow might be able to also, but I have Poison Jab, which just does slightly more damage to Mega Bombsnow, slightly more damage to Clefable, and it's just, again, I didn't really feel like I need another coverage move. I thought about Swords Dance, but I just don't see a chance when I really get to set it up, so I'm just not going to bother. Scizor does kind of switch into this, and Scizor scares me out, but I have one of the best Scizor switch-ins ever in Arcanine, so it doesn't really matter. This is just going to be a lot about getting the matchups that I want, getting some predictions right, and hopefully just doing a lot of damage. I can get some chip damage with Weavile, I could potentially sweep up to the end with Weavile, and that just kind of applies to both Weavile as well as Roserade, Hydreigon, and Arcanine. So I just have a lot of offensive pressure, but I still have switch-ins. This is bulky offense, and this is the team that I think is going to bring us to victory. So, that is the team that I am bringing this week. Let's see how good we're going to do. I should be uploading this on Saturday, and therefore the battle will be up soon, later today. However, if that doesn't happen, then I'll start uploading these on Friday, and then the battle on Saturday, but I feel like not enough people watch these team analysis compared to how many people want to watch the battle. So I kind of want to just upload them on the same day, get out of the way, and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think about the team. Let me know if you're supporting the Pittsburgh Pyroar. Let me know if you're supporting the Pittsburgh Pyroar, and I will see you guys for the battle. So thanks for watching, and until the next time, guys, stay sly.